Marielle, I owe you boundless thanks for saving my father's life.
No. The Federation provoked this situation in the first place, and we almost refused him, using the Pact as a shield.
But because of you, Marielle, Father will get to live to see another day. That is why I must insist on offering a token of my gratitude.
Oh, there really is no need. If the king is recovering, that's all that counts.
Nay, I cannot let it pass. As a member of the royal family, I cannot let you go unrewarded for rescuing our king.
Also, I should mention, as an officer of the Pan-Galactic Federation, I cannot accept any gifts or anything from local royalty like you, Laeticia.
Oh, I see. Although I still wish to give something as an expression of my thanks. But what sort of gift would Marielle mayhap find pleasing? A celestial ship, perhaps.
What?
That would certainly be what Marielle needs the most at this moment. But how would someone possibly acquire such a thing in the first place? Marielle, may you inform me as to how I might go about obtaining one of your celestial ships?
Please don't worry about it. I appreciate the gesture, though.
Mayhap Ray would know. Marielle?
Please, don't startle me like that.
Oh, apologies. Were you perhaps eating something?
Military provisions.
Ah, is that by any chance Umaibo candy?
How do you know?
I have many times seen Chloe and other crew members of the Aldous eating and speaking of them. Why, pray tell, were you hiding?
Sorry. It is absolutely forbidden to snack while on a mission, but I was just so hungry.
I see, I see. Very well, you need not worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Thank you. Since we're on the subject, would you like one?
Are you sure? Oh, how I've wanted to try one. I am to believe there are many flavors?
Yep. I have salami, veggie salad, and takoyaki.
All right. In that case... I would like to try salami.
Nice choice. Salami is a classic Umaibo flavor.
We eat salami in Osirius too. That's why I was thinking it must be simply delicious as a snack.
Oh, you do? Well, the snack is good, but I am personally partial to the real thing.
Then, as a show of thanks, I will bring you Osirian salami next time.
Oh, hello, Laeticia.
What, pray tell, were you two discussing?
Marielle was inquiring as to whether I enjoy any pastimes.
Pastimes?
Yes. You see, when traveling through space, you spend a lot of time in your ship. Novelty wears off pretty quick. So you sorta gotta have a hobby to keep yourself in good spirits.
A hobby would help with that, I suppose.
I used to be pretty skeptical too, when I heard about the benefits of pursuing a hobby in space. But making use of your free time in an enjoyable way really does change your whole perspective. Immersing yourself in a hobby clears your mind and prevents you from worrying about trivial things. And for many, it might even help you eat and sleep better too. Some even see improvements in their skin condition and physical health. The list goes on.
Oh, that certainly seems quite effective. Marielle, what kind of hobby do you keep, I wonder?
Hand-to-hand combat training.
Oh. That is not a pastime as I understand it.
Is that not simply a form of exercise? One that might result in such skills?
What's the matter?
No, it is nothing at all.
Yes, Marielle, it is fine, as long as you enjoy yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I really do. Ha! Huh!
I take it you two were making use of the learning facility?
Yes, I decided to join Nina during her studies. I also wish to learn more about the Scorpium myself.
This learning facility is so amazing! When I do research here, I can't help but learn lots of new things. I even feel like my mind has gotten sharper. But when I'm with Marielle, although my studies are much more efficient, she cuts me off from some stuff about medical technology.
I'm not withholding that to be mean to you, Nina. It's due to the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact. It's a necessary system to ensure that you and your planet acquire medical knowledge over the years properly.
No, I totally get that. But when I'm studying here, the things I want to know about just keep coming, one after another. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna go again.
Nina, don't you think it's better off calling it a day at this point?
What? No way! I spent enough time resting, and there's still so much left I want to learn.
It's definitely important to obtain knowledge, but you also need to consider the method you use when doing so.
The method I use?
Exactly. I've had the same experience. If you keep doing things alone, your sense of time management will get messed up.
You mean to say she will become too immersed and work excessively?
That is correct. If you let someone supervise you, you'll actually study much more efficiently and learn much faster.
Guess I sometimes do get too pumped up when I go it alone.
Nina, if you allow me, I can perhaps help you organize your studies in a more structured manner. There are also things I wish to discover at this learning facility. So if we learn together, you can study and maintain a sustainable pace at the same time.
Really? You sure?
I sure am. As a graduate of higher education, I know I'll be able to help you out. Perhaps we can first begin by summarizing what we learned today together.
Marielle, you make quite a teacher.
I'm looking forward to your class, Miss Kenny.
Not so sure about the whole teacher thing, but I'll give it a shot.
Marielle, you must have visited all kinds of planets during your travels.
Yes, I suppose I have. Mostly on missions, but even still, the number is pretty high, I believe.
Before I began this journey, I had barely seen any of the towns even within mine own kingdom. I could never see myself catching up to become as worldly as you are, Marielle.
Huh? Wow, no. I would not call myself worldly at all.
Please, no need for such modesty.
Seriously, I'm not being modest. If I'm going to be compared to you, I'll be the one to come up short. You are royalty, after all, responsible for an entire kingdom. I can't even imagine what that's like.
No. I am still so very inexperienced.
Who's being modest now? You were always so dignified. It's impressive.
Modest? Really? But Marielle, you are so much more praiseworthy than I.
No, I disagree. It is you, Laeticia, who...
No. Marielle, it is you who... I am sure we both have challenging positions. One must make the best of it, I suppose.
The grass always looks greener on the other side, right?
Mayhaps we both should endeavor to retain some self-confidence.
Very true. I might need a little more time with that, though.
Marielle, the Kenny name garden bears special meaning in your world, correct?
It's special. To everyone else more than me, I guess. Sometimes it just feels like a weight on my shoulders.
Can you tell me more?
Well, my grandparents and their forebears played a major role in Federation history. They were incredible. You can definitely find them in textbooks.
They must be among the so-called giants of history.
Right. I'm no giant, though. I'm just a little girl stuck at the far end of our great family table.
Marielle. Being a princess, I too am well aware of the burden and weight that comes with one's bloodline. The pressure of living up to surrounding expectations. The anxieties of upholding the long family history.
Laeticia.
Nevertheless, I stand here now as Laeticia, and you are here as Marielle. I am aware of you, Marielle, not those who came before you. Therefore, please just stay as Marielle. Let the legacies of old settle where it may.
Thank you. It feels a little lighter now.
I have complete faith in you. Faith that one day you will come to embrace your Kenny name.
Yeah, you're probably right. I can't keep avoiding it forever, can I? What a magnificent garden. Every corner has been so well attended to. Just looking at it makes me feel so relaxed.
What a coincidence. This happens to be my favorite spot within the palace grounds.
Is that right? I find these small flowers especially charming.
Thank you kindly. Actually, I grew those flowers myself, you know.
You grew them. I don't know a lot about royalty, but isn't it unusual for a royal to do things like that themselves?
Well, I oft spent time playing in this garden since I was a child. I would come here daily. Soon, I became interested to try my hand at growing my own flowers. And so, I learned, little by little, with my father's permission, of course.
And now you can grow pretty flowers like these. That's wonderful. I could never do that.
I would be glad to give you one, if you like.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
Oh, but I'm not permitted to transport flowers off this planet.
Oh, because of the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact, is that right?
I'm sorry. Under the right circumstances, it might be possible to transport it, provided I follow the proper procedures. But that'll take a long time, and it's still not guaranteed.
Well, should that day come, then the flowers I planted will be the first to leave this planet, correct? What a curious feeling.
The beauty of flowers is universal. Someday in the future, I would very much like to see Princess Laeticia's flowers growing from the soil of another planet.
Oh, well, fancy meeting you two in front of this shop.
Oh, Laeticia! Guess what? Marielle told me she's never actually bought anything at a shop like this before. So I thought we could have a look together.
Yes. Actually, I've never shopped at a store with a friend before.
Oh, I know! Why don't you come join us, Laeticia?
Oh, me? Would that be all right?
Of course! Right, Marielle?
Yes, absolutely, if you want to, Laeticia.
Very well. Then I would be glad to accompany you.
I'm a little nervous.
There's no need for that. It's not scary. That was a blast!
I agree. Oh, would you believe how late it is?
I hadn't a clue that much time passed. What did you think, Marielle?
I had a really nice time. Who would have thought? I had no idea shopping could be so much fun with someone to talk to. Nina, thank you so much for inviting me.
To be honest, this kind of experience was a first for me as well.
Are you serious?
Oh, I had such a lovely time shopping with you both. I hope we can go out again soon.
Yes, definitely.
Uh-huh. Next time, we'll make a solid plan and have fun together all day.
That sounds lovely.
Oh, hello, Laeticia.
What an unlikely pair you make, if I do say so myself.
No, not as unlikely as you think.
That is true. To our surprise, we have something in common.
Oh, really? What could that be?
How do I put this, Letty? Well, we both have illustrious relatives and are tied to the domain in which they excelled.
Illustrious relatives?
Yes, well, I have always stood in my father's shadow, and the same with Marielle and her heroic grandfather. Because a parent demonstrated prowess, we are burdened with unrealistic expectations, or treated as a means of connection.
Exactly right. And another thing, you also get blamed for things that aren't your fault.
So very true. And also, there are many in the Corps who desire anything that may belong to my father. They have some superstition that his triumphs as a general will bring them luck. I have received all manner of strange requests, such as a copy of a document with his signature on it.
Ah, you mean an autograph? Yes, I've had that too.
I could never refuse. At one point, I was even forced to bring home a stack of empty cards.
Oh? And how did that turn out?
Well, my grandfather enjoyed it, especially for the lady officers. He drew pictures and wrote with colored pens. My grandmother was too embarrassed to write almost anything, so she struggled with it.
Oh, you two seem to be enjoying yourselves, so I will let you be.
Oh, hey, Laeticia. I was just asking Marielle about what schools they have up among the stars.
Nina, are you thinking of conducting your studies in space?
Well, I don't really know yet. But it might be a good chance for me. I was thinking it would be an interesting path to take.
So then, let's say your future is in space, and you want to join a Federation school. That could be a tricky proposition.
What? How come? I'll work hard and study like crazy.
No, sorry, that's not what I meant. The issue is, we don't really know how the Federation will consider Astrophore from here on.
That is in regard to the underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact, I assume?
Yes, unfortunately.
Then, you mean there's no way that I can study up among the stars?
Actually, there is a precedent.
A president? You mean there was someone like me who went to the stars?
Yes, that's right. It was someone from an underdeveloped planet who conducted great research and made their mark on Federation history.
What a remarkable person! That's so amazing!
I can't affirm anything at this point in time, but please don't lose hope, Nina. Know that I will support you wholeheartedly when it comes to it.
Oh, thank you very much! Okay, now I'm bursting with motivation!
That is good to hear, Nina.
Phew. It's hot.
Are you quite all right? You look rather uncomfortable.
I am not particularly good at dealing with the heat. This clothing normally regulates my body temperature according to how hot or cold it is outside. No maintenance has been performed on it for some time, so it's not working. Oh, it's hot.
Oh, well, in that case... Shall I go buy you a cold beverage?
Oh, thank you. But since I've been here, people passing by have been buying me lots of cold drinks. I think I drank too much. Ugh.
Oh, are you all right?
Should I stay cool or avoid getting too full? That is the question. Theo, are there any special tactics you use when coordinating your men?
Oh, special tactics, you say? Wait, why do you ask me?
I heard you have had a long career and are idolized by your subordinates.
I see. Well, I cannot tell you if my experience in the Australian Navy applies to the logic of outer space. But in terms of what I think is important, one needs to display confidence, I imagine.
I see. I seem to lack that the most.
I as well. I don't necessarily have confidence per se. I merely put on appropriate airs.
Huh?
Should you lack confidence, simply give off the appearance that you are strong and most assured. If you display a commanding presence, most things tend to fall into place.
It's just for appearance. Is that really good enough?
It is perfectly fine. We all have our share of self-doubt. The point is, you must never allow that display to crumble in front of your men. If an officer is insecure, that insecurity may well be passed on to their subordinates.
I see. I have definitely plagued my crew with uncertainty.
Worry not. I too made the same initial error. When you are young, no amount of swagger will make you look reliable. Of course, it is an absolute must that you combat your anxiety through full preparation and endeavor. But if you can at least act confident, eventually you will forget that it's an act. Thus, true confidence is born.
Thank you. I think I understand a little more about what confidence really is.
Build confidence gradually, and strength will follow. That strength will then bestow yet more confidence upon you. Now then, go stand before Letty and show her how confident you are. Come now. It's times like these you need to show off your acting ability.
How could I possibly show acting ability so soon? I've only just learned this.
Cousin Theo, do not tease Marielle so. Please do not mind him one bit, Marielle.
I just don't have it. Laeticia, grab my hand! Marielle! That was a close call. I discovered a safe location over there. Can you move?
Yes, thank you. This is Boldar?
There were many kinds of locations here. As soon as I realized that you might get washed away, the current here suddenly became placid and calm.
Out of those many locations, I wonder why this one?
I really can't tell you the logic behind it. Maybe, as a result of quasi-integration, it chose the place where we first learned about each other.
I see. This is the place where our paths first crossed. Could that be why? Is it that simple?
This location is important to me for one other reason, too. It's also where I first became unavoidably aware of the truth behind my family and their status.
Truth? You are referring to your grandfather and ancestors?
Yes, that in fact, I am no different from them. Despite my ill feeling toward the Kenny name and the Kenny history, I did the same thing they did.
Do you regret your actions?
No, not at all. In fact, I felt at peace with it, and at peace with myself.
Perhaps I can understand somewhat. when Father collapsed, and in that moment where I learned that neither Nina nor Lena could do a thing to help him, do you know what was going through my mind? Naturally, I felt sadness and fear, but most of all, I thought, were I to ascend the throne then, that I could not lead the kingdom.
Laeticia.
Faced with my father's death, I found myself calmly examining the roles I must execute as royalty. I assessed matters of war, the throne, and the kingdom, all objectively and logically, without emotion. I saw myself and struggled to accept the cold-hearted person I had become. But that too is my weight to carry, one that took long to accept.
You cannot run away from the roads life puts in front of you, but you can choose which one to take. It's pretty tough being a human. We tend to overthink.
You know, for some time now, it has occurred to me that you and I are very much alike.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing too. I was kind of hoping you would understand how I felt about all that.
I am sure we will become even closer friends after all this war is over.
We could have dinner together sometimes and complain about things we can't tell anyone else.
Oh, I have always wanted a much more adult friend to do things like that with.
Then, to ensure a peaceful universe, let's fight just a little more.
Yes, and upon our return, let us enjoy much more time together.
Lieutenant Marielle L. Kenny, you stand accused of stealing a spacefaring vessel, one of the Pan-Galactic Federation's most crucial resources, of hacking the security systems of a space station, of willful disobedience towards your superiors. What does the defendant say to these charges that have been brought forth by the plaintiff?
I offer no objection.
Is that so? Under normal circumstances, that alone would be deemed an admission of guilt and be subject to grave consequences. Admiral Luca Maverick, Captain Curtis Aldridge, the court now asks you to call your witness to testify of Lieutenant Kenny's innocence. Witness, please give your name and testimony.
Laeticia Osarius, of newly established Federation Protectorate Aster 4. I swear to speak naught but the truth, to prove the innocence of Lieutenant Marielle L. Kenny. Goodness, that was quite the ordeal.
Sorry for dragging you all the way out here when you're so busy for that.
For a friend, hardly trouble. And a protectorate though we may be, we must make use of what rights we have as part of the Federation, yes?
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Now then.
Huh?
With your name cleared, you are now free to travel, yes? Let us treat ourselves to something exquisite.
Now there's an idea I like.